What's up?
Seen these before?
By what?
Have you seen these before?
Yes, I have.
You read them?
I had a disagreement with somebody once about what you guys believe in. So I kind of discarded it at the time.
Okay.
There's something about blood transfusions and how you guys don't allow them or something like that. And
is that the camera right there?
oh yeah, I'm not using it right now though.
How do I know that?
I don't know how you know that. I only use it when I'm doing stunts on my thing here.
Is it hard to ride that?
It takes a lot of learning, yes.
How do you... Is it like a Segway where you just lean on it? And
Yeah,
it
pretty
goes
much.
forward or back?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I've seen people riding around on it. It blows my mind. I think I would fall off that every single time.
So in the Bible it says not to eat blood or something like that. Why does the JW religion decide to interpret that as no blood transfusions?
Jehovah's Witness religion?
Yeah, yeah. Well, JW, I just shorten
Yeah,
it.
well, that's the website. The official website of Jehovah's Witness.
Right, right.
Well, it's more than just not eating it. It was always viewed as sacred. You know, think
Well-
of the sacrifices. Well, if you're gonna ask me, let me.
Okay,
The sacrifices that were made on the altars.
okay,
Blood sacrifices.
okay.
The meat was discarded. That was done away with. The blood, that's what was spilt for the altar. That was the sacrifice to God. And
Okay.
it's always said throughout the Bible, since you obviously have read it.
Okay.
You've seen it before. That blood is sacred. That is the life of a person is in their blood. And so that going up to God, that's for His. And so taking and storing blood in a separate place is not an approved method that God likes.
Well, your body makes more, right?
to a point.
Yeah, I mean, it always makes more. You can donate a lot, and it'll just make it back.
Camera's freaking me out.
Sorry, it's just the way I carry it.
You've come by and talked with a lot of.
I have a few times, yeah, but I've always wondered about the blood transfusion thing, and people always giving me some different thing about it.
That's actually something you can look up on jw.org and find.
It'll tell me about that on there.
Yeah, they have like a frequently asked questions page that you can look it up on your own time.
Okay. Now, I also heard that there's the parents, Jehovah's Witness parents, don't let their kids get treatment for blood transfusions, even if it'll save their life. So sometimes, like, state custody workers will have to take their children into custody in order to treat them because the Jehovah's Witness parents won't treat them voluntarily. Have you heard of that much?
It's a conscious matter of a parent to their child to raise them in that way. So
Even if it'll kill the child.
That's the belief that they have, and that's the conscious matter that they decided.
So blood is more sacred than the life of a child.
Oh no, being loyal to Jehovah is more important than life of a child.
Why do you feel it's necessary to be loyal to this thing you believe in?
To God?
Yeah.
Because He created us. He's given us an unbelievable opportunity of having a life. And He doesn't ask a lot of us. He just asks to be loyal and to do these few things.
How
and
do you?
Those few things benefit you when you look at the laws that are and principles that govern the Bible that Jesus observed. You follow those and you have a good life.
Well, can't you have a good life without following any of it and not believing in any of it?
Through my own personal experience and the bad choices I've made,
Uh-huh.
when I don't follow Bible principles, I would say no.
So you
I
don't
would say
think
that this is
so
what
so you
get.
don't think there's any answers to living a good life outside of the Bible?
Me
you don't-
personally, no.
You don't so you don't think there's any atheists out there that live a good life?
I don't think they live the best life that they can have.
So they live the best life by believing in this religion.
That's what I choose to do.
Is there any reason for anyone to actually believe some of the claims in here, like a God existing?
It's up to the person. If you don't have faith, that's on you.
So it requires faith.
What's that?
So it requires faith.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
And you think that's okay?
Yes, I do.
What if someone has faith that Tinkerbell exists? Is that a reasonable belief? If they then believe in Tinkerbell?
If there's proof besides it, then
Oh, so there is proof. There has to be proof beside it. Beside that, like what?
well, the Bible talks about thousands and thousands of years ago.
Okay.
It mentions the water cycle. There's a scripture in Job that says that what does it say? The earth or the oceans, are not overflowing. They're not spilling. It goes back up to the earth. So that was thousands and thousands of years before the water cycle was discovered through science. It talks about the circle of the earth. When the
Well, the circle isn't really sphere, and it also talks about four corners of the earth. So it's
Okay.
right. But
So hold on. Let me ask you this. What's your point in coming and talking to me?
well, it just
If you're not actually videotaping,
I'm not.
so you don't believe in this.
No.
So then why are you talking to me?
Well, wasn't the point of you out here to talk to people who don't believe?
No.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not. What is who
Our
you?
point is because we don't approach people. You notice that, right? We're not going up and approaching
Right.
people. We're having people that have questions.
Like me.
Reasonable questions. No, because you're not here to believe. You're here to argue.
I'm not here. I don't have any reasonable questions.
No.
I
You're
don't.
here to argue.
Wait.
You're here to try to disprove
Is
my faith.
is not arguing a form of learning?
No.
It's
No.
not a form of learning.
It's not.
So putting your own beliefs to the test against someone else's worldview is not a way to learn, because if you have a certain set of beliefs, like you think the world's a certain way, and you put them up the test against someone else who might believe otherwise, and then you exchange notes, and you can see things from a different angle. Isn't that learning?
I'm not doubting my faith.
You're not.
No, you are doubting my faith, right?
Is that
You're here putting me in question.
is that bad to do?
It's disrespectful,
How is this respectful?
yeah. Because you're coming up to me and you're saying basically that what you believe is false, and you have no means of proof in what you're saying.
In what I'm saying, or what you're saying?
What you're saying to in your actions and in what you're coming up here, and
Okay.
what you do to many other places, because we've been told that you come around.
Oh,
and you
so I'm
harass
famous.
us.
Okay.
No, you're not famous. We just
Infamous?
know. Yeah, we could say.
I'll go
we
with
could say
that.
infamous.
Okay.
But no, we're not up here to talk to people, to approach it. If they want to come and approach us with reasonable questions, with sincere searching, that's
Okay.
why we're here.
You believe in a God. If I come up and ask you, what is a God and how do we know a God exists, are those not reasonable questions?
No, because your motives are not pure.
Okay.
You're here just to cause something, just to stir up something.
What?
For whatever
Why
reason.
would my motives matter? Isn't the question what matters is whether it's reasonable or not?
It's not at all.
It's not. So you have to have motives of wanting to really believe. So then how? So you can't help the non-believer.
Anything I say to you,
Okay.
you're going to twist it and you're going to misconstrue it. And say it's
How did I
your own
twist?
personal-
How would I
your own
twist anything
personal
you've said?
opinion.
How did I twist anything you've said?
Every single thing you've said, you've taken, the simplest form that I'm explaining it to you.
The simplest.
You're putting it-
Or I'm being very precise in what you're saying, trying to figure out exactly how you're saying it. Maybe I just want to be clear of what you're saying, because when you say have faith, it's like I can't have faith in something I don't know exists. Like if I don't know what a God is and I don't know anything about it, how can I have faith that something exists that I know nothing about?
And so you're genuine in that you actually want to know about that?
I would. This is how I am. I want to live my life with as close, as accurate as interpretation of reality as I possibly can. And if that means that a God exists or a heaven or hell exists or whatever, then I want to acknowledge it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to use faith. I want to know that it's real. And the only way we know anything's real is if we use like scientific evidence. Because whenever someone says something exists, like a God or something like that, or anything, they're making a scientific claim. They're saying somewhere in reality this thing exists. And if something in reality exists, then how did we know that it exists? We either made it up, or there's actually something showing it exists, right?
Yeah, but unless you do
What's that?
unless you do the actual scientific research yourself, you're trusting somebody else.
Okay.
Unless you physically dissected atoms and nuclei and everything and seen that small of a thing, you're trusting that somebody else has done that correctly.
If I don't trust someone's findings, I can do the science myself. That's what science does. It shows the steps that this person did to get to that point.
Yeah.
So it's all about showing the steps to get there.
Yeah, but like you're saying, if you haven't done it yourself, you're having faith that this other person did it correctly and that he laid the steps out correctly.
Okay.
Unless you have done it yourself, you can't say for sure that something is true, right?
Okay. Well, with that logic, without believing anybody, then we can believe in anything and it's okay. With that kind of logic, but the way I said is, science has steps you can follow to look at it yourself. So it's unlike the claims you make, like you say that God exists. There's no steps for me to take. Unlike science, there are steps for me to take.
Well, okay, I'll tell you the steps I've taken.
Okay.
And then that'll be the end. Like I said before, I have not always lived my life according to Bible principles.
Okay.
And it was bad. Life sucked.
Life sucks.
I hurt myself, I hurt other people, I hurt my family.
Mm-hmm.
And then taking steps that other people have proven, that the Bible lays out, principles to guide my life, it's way better. And that's for me personally. I can't say anything for you, I can't say anything for
So
anybody
if
else.
you stop believing in the Bible, in God, do you think you would fall back to being a bad person?
Me personally,
Yeah, you would. Do you have desires to want to do bad things right now? You do. What kind of things have you done?
I'm not going to share that.
You're not going to share them. Oh. I actually had a guy tell me once that he was a pervert and God saved him. He actually said that to me.
And you don't believe it?
Well, it could be. See, a lot of people, what they do is sometimes they use religion to stop doing drugs. And if they do a lot of drugs, I mean, in a way that's beneficial, but then you're just trading one thing for another, right? I mean, great, the person's off drugs, but now they believe in something they can't verify, so do they really have the most accurate interpretation of reality? Like, I think that whatever issues you had in life, you could probably find a resolution that's beneficial without believing in something that might not be correct. Whether it's a therapist, or friends or family, or someone to help you understand the situation you've been through.
Well, I'm happy that you have that belief. That is not what I have. That's it. And once again, just that expression that you're having. You think I'm nuts. You don't care that I have that faith. And
No,
so why are we
I think that you actually do generally believe that your faith and your belief has made you a better person, and in some way, or made you stop doing the things you've done before. And in a way, that's good. But now that you're past those things and you're a different person, why not look to see what you're actually doing now, and if you can actually be doing better than you are now, than you were before? Like, are you really accurate?
I'm happy right now. Why go beyond that?
Well, if that's all you're interested in is being happy, that's cool. But there's a lot of us out here who think that being correct about how the world works and knowing how it works is more beneficial than just worrying about how you feel or how better you are.
So that's why you keep going from card to card and talking to people, is because you want to.
I think in order for us to solve problems in life and to fix any issues we come across as a species, as a mankind species, we have to know the truth about how everything works. We can't go by lies and then make a solution. We have to know the exact truth of something and then build a solution around that. If we just go telling people things that are not true, then they're going to go through life not very well educated, making bad choices for themselves, for people around them. And we see it all day today with ISIS. We got Christians killing abortion doctors. We have families torn apart. We have Jehovah's Witnesses banning their children if they were baptized, if they decide not to follow the church anymore. Just families destroyed because of beliefs that are incorrect. That if we all just stuck to reality and went by what shows to exist, we wouldn't have those kind of problems. I see religion as being divisive and bad for mankind as a whole. And we all have these different brands of religions, and how they'll never coexist because everyone has their own brand. So why have any at all? Why not just use critical thinking and logic?
And you think that you could get 8 billion or more people to...
Is it 8 billion now?
Yeah,
or is it 7 point? It's more than 7.5
yeah,
now?
No,
8?
we're over 8 billion.
Over 8 now. Okay,
So,
I didn't check recently.
So you think you can get 8 billion people?
Me, no. I'm just one person. All I can do is a little bit.
Okay, no, I'm saying, do you think it's possible that
I
8 billion people can unify and solve this issue?
Yes. Well,
Based on what? We're talking about evidence. We're talking about science. How could you base that off of anything?
well, through education, we can wean off of religion.
But it's never happened.
Of course, it's never happened because we've never been this educated before.
6,000 years of human history.
6,000 years? No, we've had a lot more than 6,000 years.
Well, clearly we don't agree on anything, so have a good day.
You know that.
I'm done talking to you. You want to shake my hand?
I'll give you a fist bump. There we go.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
That's it.
Yeah.
You really think we're only around for 6,000 years? That's a big claim.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
6,000 years.
No, really, as I'm done talking.
You know, chimpanzees have about the same DNA as us, right? We have common ancestors with the chimpanzee, so that's a lot more than 6,000 years.
Okay. I'll go with my wife then.
Your what?
My wife.
Your wife?
So hopefully not see you again. That'd be great.
Oh, that would break my heart.
Imagine that telling Isaac, terrible telling.
Well, that was fun.
You can tell.
Well, gentlemen, I want to get some snacks. Got you some material. That guy actually engaged me and verified that I am infamous in the JW community. So I think from now on, whenever I go to a couple of people, they're always going to know who I am. Always. That's okay.